content creation for your social media marketing. Constantly, I get asked the question, what do I post? How do I find the information to post? This is a question that comes to me all the time. So today I'm going to be talking about content creation for your social media channels. And in the end, I'm going to be sharing some free resources that you can use to find the content that you need for your social media channels. And hey, if you have not met me, my name is Olson, and I am a coach and mentor teaching small business owners how to use social media to grow their business. So, social media content. What do you post and when do you post it? How often do you post it? All of those questions are coming to me all the time. And when I first got started, I didn't know what to post. I didn't know what to put out there. And it was basically my friends and family that were engaging on the content that I did post. And so I needed to find out what other people were doing. And so I went out and I learned the attraction marketing system. And in that system, they taught me what kind of posts are the most engaging, how to get people to engage in the posts, and how to write them, what kind of pictures to put with them. All of these things matter. All of these things are strategies that you can use to get more engagement, more people, and the more engagement you get, the more people will see your posts. So you want to make sure that you have strategy behind your posting and don't just put out there whatever. You have to have strategy behind it is basically the message. I did a video that talks about how you can get people to invite themselves to take a look at your business. So make sure you click the link at of the video here and go check that out. So let's talk about content creation. The first step, this is step number 1. And I have 7 steps for you, or 7 different types of posts that will bring you more engagement. Step number 1, or post number 1, is something you love. What is it that you love to do? What is a hobby that you like? For me, the example that I have is that I like to do quilting. I like to create quilts with cotton fabric. So I can put a post out about doing a quilt, showing a picture of the quilt, but the picture of the quilt has to have me in it. So that is one way to get people to engage with you. Yes, there is friends and family that will engage with you on that, but there's also business people, because guess what? Those business people are all just people like you are. So they want to engage. So you want to make sure that you have a picture of yourself, and maybe it's with your hobby or whatever it is. But that's one way to get people to engage with you and comment and so forth. Okay, so post number 2 is a behind the scenes type of question. How did you learn all of this stuff? How did you learn the things that you are learning? Is there a workshop that you attended? Is there a conference that you attended? That's a behind the scenes type of question. Ask people what they're learning. That can be part of the post. But again, show a picture of you learning something. Show a book that you're reading, a podcast that you're listening to. That's a behind the scenes type of post, and that's number 2. Okay, post number 3, you can talk about, ask people the question. One of the examples that I've used in the past is, hey, tell me where you would like to travel in the future. Where would you like to travel? And oh, by the way, make it a word that starts with your first name. You find out where people want to travel. Where do they want to, what's a place they want to visit in the future, or have they visited maybe? It's kind of interesting to hear from others, and there's a lot of people that will engage with that because people like to share. Post number 4 is quotes. Now, you can find a lot of quotes out there, and there's a lot of quotes that I would not even post, but there's a lot of good ones too. So what you want to do is you want to find a quote that works for you, that speaks to you. But then not only just post the quote, but also give content of why this quote was important to you, okay? So you want to make sure that you are putting some of your own value to it and not just posting the quote. And make sure if you post a quote and it is written by somebody, that you give them credit for that quote. That's very important. Number 5 is frequently asked questions. What are some of the questions you get the most? What are some of the things that people ask you the most? Do a post answering those questions. And let people know these are frequently asked questions. So I'm just going out there and giving the information. And that's exactly what I'm doing with this video. These are questions that I get all the time. So I'm making a video to tell you what type of posts work the best on social media. Number 6 is an invite post. So you can do an invite post by, is it a book that you have read and you invite people to check it out themselves? Is it a video that you've watched? You can have people, ask them. Put it out as a curiosity post though. I mean, by that I mean, post about it, talk about what you've learned. And then if you would like at the bottom, your CTA at the bottom is if you would like the link to this video, please tell me in the comments and I will send you the link. So you're not just sharing the link to the video, you're talking about it and the value you've got out of it. Then you ask them to engage with you by asking for the link in the comments. And number 7 is a micro post or a power post, as I call it. And in this power post, you'll want to make sure that you start out. These are specific steps you want to make sure that you do in your power post. First of all, you're going to put down an attention grabber. You want to grab somebody's attention. And then you're going to talk about what part of this story really sucked. What part of it was not good for you in your life? And then you're going to provide a solution. What was the solution and how did that make you feel? And then in the end, of course, you want to do a call to action where people can learn more. And that is called a power post. So a power post has 4 steps. You've got an attention grabber, you've got the stuck state, and then you've got the solution state, and then you have the call to action at the end. And that was the 7th type of post. Okay, now for some resources that will give you free content. You can find a lot of content on these free resources. First of all, I use Post Planner. There is a paid version, but you don't have to buy it. Post Planner is a very good place to find a lot of good content for your social media channels. Pinterest is another one. Obviously, I mean, you're not just going to share somebody's Pinterest post. You're going to take the information, make it your own, model it, make it your own, use your own picture, and then you have content. And it can be in your industry. I mean, there's many different industries and there's many different, for example, quotes out there in the different industries. So make sure it belongs to your industry and your niche, okay? And then, of course, Google and even Facebook. I mean, you can find a lot of things on Facebook, but you can make them your own. You've got to make them your own. You can't just share. Because people don't want to connect with you if you just share other people's stuff. That isn't the way to do it. I hope this content was valuable to you, but please remember, subscribe to this channel so you never miss out. I will be doing a lot more videos.